I will call to order the regular meeting of the West Valley City Council today, September 10th, 2013. By way of roll call, we have District 1 Councilman Tom Q. Hume, District 2 Council Member Stephen J. Bueller, and Councilman 3, just from District 3, Karen D. Lang, and myself, at-large Councilmember Corey Rushton in attendance. The other members of the City Council have asked to be excused. Tonight we have a special opening ceremony that will be brought to you by Councilman Karen Lang.
Okay, would you please stand and repeat the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Thank you, Councilmember, for that. And we will move on to item 5 of our posted agenda, which is the approval of the August 27th meeting minutes.
Motion. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Karen.
I'll move for approval of the minutes for August 27th.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. The minutes are approved. Now is the time for our public, for our comment period, and seeing nobody that signed up for comment tonight, we'll move past the public comments. And even though there's no comments, it's probably about the best looking crowd we've had for a council meeting for a while. So let's cut that. Any comments tonight from our city manager?
No, sir. No, sir, thank you.
Okay. And is there any comments tonight from any of the present members of the city council? Okay, appearing to be none, we'll move on to our business tonight and ask our city manager, Mr. Wayne Pyle, joining us on the dais to introduce ordinance 1338 for us, please.
Thank you, sir. This ordinance 1-2-108 would allow the police department to charge a fee of $150 for the collection of DNA samples from registered sex offenders that dwell within the city. This simply will allow us to participate in that process. Right now, these samples are being collected, but they're processed through another agency here in the valley, and this will let us do this. This isn't a large moneymaker, neither do we expect that there will be large numbers of folks that will avail themselves of this service. In fact, we're estimating that on an annual basis, this will probably, excuse me, I'm sorry, we'll bring in around $625.
Okay, councilors, we had this and the other item of business tonight in our study meeting last week, where we had time to review and ask questions, receive presentations. Is there any need for any further information?
I'll just add that of the $150, $125 goes to the state, and we're only keeping 25.
Okay, a motion on this ordinance will now be in order. Council members?
Move for approval of ordinance 1338.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve ordinance 1338. Is there any discussion to that motion? Okay, seeing none, I'll call the question and ask all those in favor to please say aye.
Aye.
And that appears to be unanimous. Mr. Pyle, will you introduce resolution 13136 for us, please?
Yes, thank you, sir. We have a piece of property that we want to buy for stormwater retention in accordance with the plan that we've developed for a number of years, and we have partial cash that we want to pay for this property, which is $3.1 million. But we also want to bond for up to $1.5 million of that project, and this parameters resolution would authorize us to do that.
Okay, council members, any need for information on this resolution tonight? Any questions or comments?
I do have a question, Mr. Pyle. Since we received a presentation today that we maybe would have $4 million available, and why do we want to borrow $1.5 million instead of just spending $3 million in 2008, 2009? In the presentation, we were at $1.1 million. We would be about there again if we just paid cash for it.
The reason is we discussed the proposal and going into the project is that we have other capital projects and a long list of capital projects that we also need to fund. So while we didn't want to bond for and fund the whole thing that way, it was felt prudent that that much money would not significantly harm the capital projects list and needs that the city develops over time, but at the same time wouldn't be too much in the way of debt issued either.
And what kind of interest are we looking at paying?
Oh, let's see here. The parameters resolution isn't going to have that on here, but we have in the last, Jim, Sherry just mentioned to me that you know what that interest rate would be.
It's about 1.54.
The interest rate,
Yes,
1.54% annually.
annually for a
Okay.
5-year
All
term.
right, well, I was going to say the ones, the resolution or the issues that we've been issuing have been running in the 3 to 4% range, so that's a very good rate.
Actually, looking at this, it says 1.475.
Okay.
I just found it there, I don't know, I hope that's accurate. And then it says it's over 5 years.
Was that fine? Okay.
Yes.
Well, I mean, technically designate it goes to market, so as soon as we approve this, it'll go to an open market where it's probably somewhere between, in that range, right?
Someone's gonna purchase it for.
Right. Whatever Tom's gonna purchase
No,
city bonds for.
no, I think that you, buddy.
Just a further comment, and it was good to point out that the 5-year span is, we also did feel like we didn't want to carry the debt for very long, so we purposely put the term shorter, and it is actually Jim just confirmed for me, it is actually 1.54%. We didn't get the lock, 1.475 would have been, we would have had to have executed sooner.
Okay. No other questions? Motion would be in order on this item of business at this point.
Motion to approve resolution 13-13136.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve resolution 136. Any discussion to that? Okay, seeing none, we'll call the question and ask those in favor to say aye.
Aye.
Is there any opposed? None. Motion carries. No need for executive session tonight by anyone, and seeing no other business, this body will stand adjourned. Thank you.